17 of Headline Heroes, a comedy podcast where we take today's headlines and create a comic book origin story. My name is Drew Mick.
I'm Nathan Haynes.
And I'm Tanner Ackerman.
So, guys, big week after a lot of waiting and seeing him on the screen once. Spider-Man Homecoming out, and it is great. I have seen it. What about you guys?
Yeah, I saw it as well. Phenomenal movie. Loved every
so
part
good.
of it. Yes, very good.
I have not seen it yet.
Tanner.
I know.
Like,
Spider-Man.
you say how much you love Spider-Man, and I begin to doubt that when you haven't seen. You're not like camping outside the theater and watching
you got a poser over here.
Jesus.
I was on vacation, literally camping, for the record.
Hello, yes, I love Sporter-Man. No, that's not how you say it.
I have been reading online about it, though, so I mean, I know a little bit. Is it true that, like, after about 30 minutes, it just turns into a choose-your-own-adventure type film?
Yeah, it is weird. But yeah, they allow that you download an app on your phone and you get to vote, like in the theater. It's pretty weird. What I
didn't like about that was when they said, when you made a choice, that's great. Then they said, all right, if you want to watch your choice, go to this theater across town. And I was like, that. So I have to go. And I did. Like, I went to 7 different theaters, but it was worth it, really, in the end.
And what was a little frustrating was there was some railroading. Like, me and another person were the only ones in the theater, and we both know what we voted for, and then they still sent us to the other option. So I was like, is this really necessary?
Mm-hmm.
What were some of the options then?
Not good things, honestly. Super mundane. Like, should Peter Parker go to gym, or should he like go study in the library? Like, choices like that.
Should he have a peanut butter sandwich that Aunt May packed him, or should he eat the macaroni and cheese that the lunch is serving today?
There's also like flash things where it's like he's leaving to go to school and Aunt May's just like, have a good day. And she like holds her arms out for a hug. And if you're not like quick to hug her, I mean, you don't hug her. And then it says Aunt May will remember this in the top left.
Oh, so this was a Telltale production.
I think Telltale had a little bit of influence in this one.
Did you have any? Is there anything else you wanted to know, Tanner? I mean, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I don't think you're ever going to see it. So,
I mean, yeah, I didn't know, no spoilers, but is it true that Ryder Strong of Boy Meets World fame was guest appearing in a lot?
I mean, if you call him being Peter Parker guest appearing, yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see Tom Holland once. Drew, did you catch him at all?
I think I saw him, like, they goofed and accidentally left a picture up of him in Peter Parker's bedroom. But I think that was just a prop inconsistency.
Yeah, I hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
Probably. You know how Marvel is all about, like, you know, consistency across the board. But
Peter Parker just has a picture of himself in his bedroom.
Okay,
well, yeah.
I'm looking around and I see a picture of myself with, like, my family, Tanner. I mean, it's not too absurd.
Okay, I thought you meant it.
But you're right. It is actually just Peter Parker just posing right there. And funny enough, he's wearing a Spider-Man costume. So it's just, and with the mask off, of course. But I don't know why he has that up. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It's captioned, I'm Peter Parker. Or sorry, I'm Spider-Man. Well, I guess both. I'm Peter Parker. I am also Spider-Man. Like, in case you were confused. And how Aunt May didn't pick up on that one.
Oh, man, Marvel, really not what they once were.
Yeah.
They really phoned it in for this one.
The
almost
inconsistencies
like they didn't want
were
Sony
just
to be good.
Really bad. Like, in one scene, they literally showed Aunt May, like, get stabbed and die. And then she's, like, walking around the house. Next scene, like, nothing happened. It was weird.
Mm-hmm. What I thought was a really interesting artistic choice was halfway through... Peter Parker just started calling Aunt May Aunt Man, and it was Paul Rudd as the actor, and I was like, "What?" It was like he pretended to be Aunt May, but they did call him Ant Man, so I don't get it.
He was wearing the whole costume and everything. He's like, "Oh, hey, Aunt May," and then he kept like at first he was correcting, like, "No, it's Ant Man." I don't like Tony Stark, and that was really weird. It was really weird.
But he was miniatured the whole time.
And they like didn't let up on the whole jokes about how like she's real hot and whatnot. That was a recurring joke throughout it. Tony Stark kept making jokes, even though it was clearly Paul Rudd. I mean,
how do you think they got the PG-13 rating with that full on Paul Rudd, Robert Downey Jr. sex scene? Like, that seems like, really, you think they would have upped it to R for that. Maybe even X,
Tactful,
given
like
some of the things I
anytime
learned.
they censored in just the right ways. Like you could tell they were naked, but like Robert Downey was just standing right in front of a lamp, like, and you couldn't see stuff. Well, at one point, Paul Rudd like comes around the corner from a couch, and you're like, oh, we're gonna see it, but no, it's just a swarm of ants down there.
It's sort of like the Austin Powers movies where they like
Exactly.
hide their genitals with like melons, and I don't know. That's the only thing I can remember.
Comedic scenes
coconut,
where like
probably.
they're actually camping out in the woods together for some reason, but like they get snuck up on, but their shadows are making it look like they're doing really sexual things. That was also they really copied from Austin Powers with those two things.
Now, wait, hold on, Drew. Cast your mind back.
Yeah.
Did they just cut to Austin Powers for like 20 minutes?
Oh my god.
Oh,
We've all been
did.
fooled.
This is a backdoor pilot for Austin Powers 4.
That movie, I mean, why not?
America wanted it.
We got Super Troopers 2. We got Zoolander 2. Austin Powers 4. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, actually, why not?
At this point,
You only
Who
need
cares?
one actor.
well, Tanner, does that answer all your questions for Spider-Man? Is that about catch you
Yeah, I
up?
think I am genuinely excited to see the movie now.
Yeah, before you weren't,
Yep.
I could tell.
Spider-Man
but now,
dies at the end. Oh, wait, what? Ooh. Ah, I don't know. I don't know what that was.
The
Hey,
vulture
Nate.
is a literal vulture. What? Huh?
Nate, what are we doing here?
Well,
Right now.
Drew, I'm worried about you. You've been here for 15 episodes. You know what we do here. But just in case one of our
17,
listeners,
apparently you can't count.
I can't count. Please don't bring it up on the podcast again. You know how sensitive I am about that. No, but Drew, just in case somebody for the first time is tuning into this podcast, what we do here is we try to be funny, and we take articles from around the internet, some weird and bizarre headlines that we've managed to cobble together. We put them in a list, and we pick one at random, and we use that headline as the origin story for a superhero or supervillain. Now, every week we change. We alternate hero or villain. Last week we made a giant robot that's powered by and uses beer as a weapon named Optimus Prime. So that means this week we're making a villain. So Tanner, what is our random article for today?
Okay, so today the article for our villain is number 3 for you guys, and it is blind cat dazzles everyone after opening his stunning eyes. And this comes to us from Huffington Post.
Good old HuffPost.
Yeah, the goat of weird articles.
Oh, yeah, that's stunning. What's the word for it?
Well, I gotta be honest, I'm a little let down.
Okay, so the cat has a
2 different colored eyes is basically.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
He has bifocals, I think is what that's called.
So basically, this cat, it had some sort of skin disease that made it so it couldn't open his eyes. And then when they were finally open, look at them. I don't think he's actually blind, though.
So it wasn't blind, it just couldn't open its eyes.
Oh, that's why blind is in parentheses.
Yeah, they did cover their butt by putting the parentheses there.
Good job, Huffington Post.
You guys mean quotation marks?
Nope.
Boy, did any of us attend school? I don't think so.
You shut up, Nate.
Shut up, you can't count. Get out of here.
I'll get there, you'll see.
One day.
So yes, it is quotations. Drew and I are both very dumb.
Hold on one sec. Something real important I gotta do. This is important.
Oh.
Proceed.
Now, what are you drinking there? Can I guess?
Let me guess.
You can, sure, you
Tanner,
can
you
try.
guess.
Oh, was it a Diet A&W?
No, sir.
Oh,
What? What?
Listen, I knew I was going to need a little extra juice for this podcast, so it's a Monster Energy Ultraviolet.
Oh, what? I didn't know you
Wait, are you
drank
being
that.
serious?
Yeah.
Nate, it is the evening. Do you plan on sleeping tonight?
Listen, long ago, Monster Energy drinks and caffeine of all kinds ceased to have lasting impact on me, so I just kind of go for it.
I seriously didn't know you drank energy stuff. I thought you would
insane.
avoid that like poison.
These are all 0 calorie and 0
Oh,
carbohydrate.
shit.
So,
Where can I find these?
at the nearest Quick Star.
Zero
They're the
cal?
Ultraviolet.
Oh, shit.
game
That
just
fits right in
changed.
on the diet.
This one is Ultraviolet, which is a grape flavor. It's
Ugh.
pretty good. They're a little
that-
tangy.
that sounds
They're a little
awful.
tart. I mean, there's an orange. There's a lemon. There's lots of different flavors. I recommend them if you're into that sort of flavor profile.
I'm on a water diet right now.
I should be doing that, but
Like carbonated water?
I do drink some sparkling water every so often, but I've been trying to up my water game,
You
I'm real
know.
proud of you.
All right, back to this damn cat.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That darn cat.
Darn cat. So, is it going to
So
be
what-
the cat who's... It's a villain. Oh.
Which
I
makes
was like,
sense because cats are assholes.
you have two of them.
I'm not denying
That
it.
doesn't make them not assholes.
Could it be the cat that's the villain? Or like maybe somehow when the cat opens its magical eyes, it grants powers to someone, you know?
Now,
Like,
a couple episodes ago with Professor Persuasion, we did think over afterwards what it would be like if we had gone with the raccoon in that particular story instead of the man.
yes,
Did we
it has been a while since we've done an actual animal. The only one is Mechgruff.
It is a struggle, though. It's a hard one.
We learned a long time ago. Yeah.
Well, and there's a natural nemesis for Mechgruff right there.
Oh shit.
Damn
Damn it, you're right. It's like the movie Cats
Now-
and Dogs. Or you
What if
you
we
mean in
made
real
some
life.
sort of-
Oh, okay.
it! What if we made some sort of... What if instead of picking some person or the cat, we did like both? We did like a duo. Because I feel like we were able to do Mechgruff because he had the Mechgruff, the mechanized half robot, half dog, had his watchdogs, the group of kids who were like trying to direct his power. So like maybe if we sort of have doesn't have to be a group, but the sort of human director sort of for the cat, something like that, it could help us get a little more legs out of it.
I had an idea that the cat was kind of like hypnotoad and mind controlled people. So you know how like in movies the villain, the stereotypical bad guy, has like a cat that they're petting in their lap when they turn around in the desk chair?
Yes.
Well, like the cat is actually the villain in this situation, sitting on that person's lap and like controlling that person and making them speak for them and stuff like that.
But like without knowledge about what this cat is, we just assume it's whoever's holding the cat. I dig that. It takes the traditional role of petting the cat and that visual and like flips it upside down. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea that there's like maybe over time, heroes have come and defeated like different villains over and over and over again, but somehow that same plot that they foil once just pops up somewhere else, and they're like, are they all part of the same organization? What's happening? But every time they don't put together that every villain that's running the show each time has a cat, and it's that cat.
And it's this same cat.
Yeah, except the one people who figure out it's the cat are the watchdogs.
Makes sense.
Because
But no one listens to them because they're kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because like Mechgruff pursues this cat because of his dog nature, and then all of a sudden they start to realize that maybe there's something more to it as they sort of follow Mechgruff following this cat.
Yeah.
They're trying to like steer Mechgruff away from the cat. No, focus on the bad guy right here, but Mechgruff is actually right this time.
That'd be tight.
Well, shit, what's upsetting is that we nailed it so fast.
We nailed it real fast.
Yeah, let's just end the podcast.
All right.
Tanner,
this has
you
been
keep coming
Headline
out
Heroes.
of the gate with these like slant home runs.
So obviously the thing to do here is
I didn't throw down the obvious. My bad.
no, but that's really good.
I enjoy that a lot. Let's see. Should we see how much we can flesh this boy out?
This little kitty cat.
So is the cat like a situation like the Shaggy dog where it's a dad who gets turned into a cat? Not actually a dad, but like a human being got turned into a cat. And like
There is that Kevin Spacey
I
movie,
was
9
just
Lives.
searching the
Oh,
Kevin
there
Spacey
is.
9 Lives movie.
and they're just like super evil. Or I also thought maybe it could have been this could be like an old Egyptian god that got like damned into being a cat.
I like that.
And those
Have
are
we
just off
gone
the top
Egyptian
of the
yet?
dome. Only slightly with Infestra. Like very slightly, just because of like scarabs.
Oh yeah, you're right. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what started the Brendan Fraser whole thing.
I'm very limited on my knowledge here, but wasn't in ancient Egyptian culture, it was like the cat was worshipped because it was viewed as like guardians against the afterlife, or that's why it's the antithesis of Anubis, I suppose. It's something like that. This is
That sounds
as
right.
most of my knowledge for this podcast comes from. It's The Mummy, with starring Brendan Fraser.
I searched kitty Egyptian, and that I got nothing here. So
You need to turn safe search off.
Yeah, you gotta pull up
boy.
that incognito mode and like then go buck wild on your searching here.
Oh boy. Oh god. Oh no. I gotta hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta shut this down. My computer's overheating. What's happening?
So do we want to do an ancient Egyptian cat and it's lived that long, or is it some spirit that can only take the form of cats, or could do a lot?
I kind of picture it's the same cat constantly. And it's been around since ancient Egypt, and in some way it's like some sort of god or something. and its eyes are always closed unless it opens them to like take control of a human. Otherwise, that person's always carrying the cat around, or always holding it, or always having it on their lap. And it always has evil plots.
What if they're limited by the first person they see?
Oh,
They don't get
okay.
it because their eyes are closed. They're just like, well, hope
Okay,
you're
I hope this
influential,
guy's a
and they
good
open
guy.
their eyes.
And they can only do one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know how
absolutely.
they get. Maybe it takes time to like recharge before they can like do it again, or like how it works.
Because I mean, what's to stop this cat from like, oh, I don't like this one. Go jump off that bridge, and I'll find someone else.
But yeah, we got to just figure out what that is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like part of the curse. If they kill themselves while in that body, they just die.
Is there saving the people that it enthralls, or
I don't know. What do we want to do?
we can do a lot. I think we just got to hash out the specifics and the limitations of the power.
So yes, I'd say if the person ever doesn't have contact with the cat, that's why they're always holding it or sitting on their lap and stuff like that.
Okay. Can the cat be close by, or it's got to be physical contact?
I don't know. What do you think, Nate?
It's on the one hand, I think it would be so inconvenient for the cat if it was just like always have to be touching.
Yeah.
Because hey, dude, could you not bring your cat in here? No, I have to.
I think it may be like a range around it, I suppose.
Yeah, but so it is possible to save them.
Just bump them real hard on the head, render them unconscious. Boom. I think.
So where are we landing? So are we?
I
what
think
are we
maybe
thinking?
nothing's stopping it from having it kill the people, but like maybe it is so good at finding worthy candidates for like putting out his evil plan.
Or like, I mean, they could just be like a super genius, so it doesn't really matter who they're in. They're always going to be able to like
That's true.
persuade people and stuff, and like
Yeah.
basically form evil organizations.
I would say I would lean more towards that, just because if he's just super good at finding people who work for him, he or she, I guess. Then there's not really any point to the like first person. Like we should just remove that restriction.
Yeah.
Then, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless.
I dig it.
Or it'd almost be funny to have it always be the first person though, because what if it's like a homeless man or something, and they somehow like rise up to be like this big hotshot at some evil corporation?
Start at the bottom.
Now we hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that could be a fun avenue.
Yeah.
So maybe when they're
So do we think that the cat just has to be within a little bit, or
I think the cat, like, that cat is nearby. If you see the person. We could also do like an avenue of like maybe the cat so establishes itself in one person that like they gain like a cerebro thing, and like the cat is sitting in a room and like able to expand their reach, so the guy can travel, whoever they have can travel further. But I don't know, just spitballing.
that could be the longer they're with them, the further they can be apart.
Oh, you mean just a natural thing?
Yeah.
I don't see why not. I mean, I don't think it really much matters for the purposes of this, but yeah, why not?
it just fleshes out the character?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So that pretty much establishes powers then. Did we
Okay.
want to flesh out like what exactly this cat is?
I think we should, because that'll help sort of maybe solidify what its goals are.
So did we want to go the Egyptian route?
I like it,
This
but should we like what else? What would our other options be? Like, what kind of, you got any like alternate thoughts or ideas or anything like that?
no, not really. Let me think.
My only other thought is it could be like, a mob boss, or, someone who is already the head of some evil corporation gets turned into the cat. But then that doesn't really... Well, that could still work, I guess, for constantly being the head of some sort of evil plan, just because they still would probably have the mentality of a mob boss, even if the person they're controlling gets taken down.
But why a cat? How did they turn into a cat? If we're doing,
See,
if we're
that's
gonna
where I think the Egyptian thing has to come in.
Yeah. What if it was just a long time ago, this cat was worshipped? Somehow, like, it got buried in the tomb, was buried or something, thought it was dead, and then mummy-like, it got awoken, it got out of there and made its way somewhere, and it's been 1,000 years since it was last on Earth or something, and it's just trying to rebuild its empire?
Like, cats aren't really worshipped anymore, not really.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what the fuck?
It's like all of this stuff that was built for me is like all in ruins, and it just seeks to build up shrines to itself. It wants cats to be number one. We do like doing we want animals to be number one
Yeah.
Listen, animals want to be number one, and if any animal wants to be number one, it's a fucking cat.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a cat.
definitely cats. There's no arguing that.
If we do that, it would probably have to be in Cairo, unless it's just like, no, Egypt is old news. I'm moving somewhere else to start anew.
Yeah, I mean, it could just see that Egypt isn't like the power it once was and go to whatever country they would think is.
Yeah.
So would that be the United States, or is that
is that
wrong to
elitist
say?
of us?
Yeah. As Americans.
My only issue with Egypt is that I feel like I don't know enough about Egypt to like. But then maybe do we need to know enough about Egypt? I guess now that
we
I'm
could
thinking
just
about
have
it.
it stationed in Cairo if we want.
Yeah, there's no we haven't moved into that area really at all in our world, so. The
Boom.
United States has been getting an awful lot. Europe's been getting a little bit. Like, maybe it's time we move into Africa a little bit.
More so than what Infestra gave us.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it moves into Cairo. It takes up position there, and it's constantly, maybe like eventually, like as it keeps trying to do whatever his plots are. Eventually, he might have to give up on Cairo,
Could be.
because like Cairo's onto him or something.
Definitely could be like after getting taken down, he flees then to the United States, into whatever area McGruff is in.
Yeah, true. We established that McGruff was going to fight him, but I guess maybe we don't have to do that. Maybe eventually it'll get to the United States. Or maybe there's just a rich history of like, first it was in Cairo, then it was in London, then it was in Berlin, and it just finally has made its way to the United States or something.
Yeah.
She's a global cat.
Yeah, that, or it could just be that the watchdogs are on like a foreign trip or something, and for whatever reason bring McGruff.
They're on a field trip across the ocean.
Yeah. It's a comic book. I mean, who gives a crap?
What else then?
Well, let's see what else we got here. Well,
So we're basically saying this cat is an ancient god, right?
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we need a costume here.
Not really.
But maybe
I can't
like
imagine.
whoever the cat is taking over, like when they are established, adorn themselves in like ancient Egyptian attire. Or maybe
Maybe.
that's too on the nose.
Maybe they only adorn themselves with things made in Egypt. Like, oh, hey, is that a new suit? Yes, it is from Egypt. It's
Oh,
like-
okay, there you go. I like that idea.
The cat understands that time has passed and like ancient stuff is not in style anymore.
Sure. But it still has a heavy collection of, this is my ancient Egyptian collection. Yes.
Yeah, because like supervillains would have that crap anyway.
Of course.
Of course.
Are we gonna have it attached to any particular human, or is it just a static thing where the cat is the thing and we don't need to flesh out a human for them? Does that make sense?
Oh, I don't know. Do you want to do like whoever the main one is, that like the human with them when McGruff is fighting them, or even the first one they find in Cairo? And we could.
But I mean, we don't have to do that, or
It's
we
up
don't have
to
to. We
Nate.
don't have to flesh out a human.
Yeah, I mean, because the whole thing that we sort of had was that they're always switching from person. Are you talking just who are they at right now?
Yeah, who
Is
are
that
they
what you're
at
saying?
currently?
Yeah.
Maybe they've been on that person for a while. I did have a question I wanted to pose to you guys.
Okay.
Do you think there's any way we could tie in that somehow Infestra landing in Egypt and doing whatever she did in Egypt awoke this cat?
Maybe, because she does just crash into Earth.
Yeah.
So maybe the crash like knocks open whatever was keeping the cat locked in.
Yeah, exactly what I was kind of thinking.
That's actually, I like that idea a lot.
But the one thing is, like, in our universe, the Infestor thing it's relatively recently.
Well, then we could always just say that they get on a plane and go to America.
That's true.
And we don't have to be locked into, they like hang out in Cairo first.
Maybe it hangs out in Cairo. It's just like, this is horrible. I hate all of this, what the city has turned into. Let's go somewhere else. Maybe this is one of the first victims of this cat. Someone in wherever they travel to.
I mean,
Some
I'm cool
very
with that.
rich person.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Good.
We haven't really. Well, I was gonna say we hadn't really connected her, but we have connected her to stuff in that episode. But it's been a while since she connected with anybody else, really.
It's always like every time we bring up NASA, it'd be like, oh, Infestra.
Should we name this cat or the god?
Yes. There's.
So, are we gonna create a fake god? Or are we gonna go with like a real one?
I do have an article up about named cat gods in ancient Egypt, but most of them are good because cat was a good person, or the cats were good ones.
Well, for the name that like the human just calls it when people ask the cat's name, they could just say Cotton, because that is the cat's name in the article.
Oh, Cotton. We could just make up that there was one evil cat god, like started off as a good cat, but its ability to like enslave kind of. I mean, if you had the ability to enslave people, only one person, it would probably corrupt you.
Okay, so what do you want the name to be? I mean, the obvious one, I'll get it out of the way, is Kitty Kitty Meow Meow.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that out of the way now. I mean, we were all thinking it.
We could do a play off the Sphinx. I don't know what.
Are we okay with like what I said? Like cats are normally good in ancient Egypt. This one was the bad one though. This was the one bad one that the Egyptian history he never references. Maybe something like that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, I don't have any issues with that.
It's the problem is giving it an ancient Egyptian name.
Could be Nefertimon.
That sounds like a Digimon.
It 100% is.
Nefertimon. Nefer Kepper Uherse Kepper. Of course.
Nefer Kepper. I barely know her.
God damn it. Fuck you, Nate. I was gonna say Neferpert.
Cleocatra.
God damn. What are some mind control words? Is there something? Oh, or are we gonna wait to like make her updated name?
Maybe we don't have to name this cat its ancient name. Maybe we'll just leave that, and then maybe someone will be like, "Oh, here's the perfect name for it." Because we are underqualified for this. We are qualified in a lot of things, but we have no idea what we're doing here. I think it'd be more fun to name what it calls itself now.
I would say we never know what we're doing at any point at any time, but I agree.
Yeah. So if you have a good cat god name, email it to us or tweet it at us.
Tweet it at us.
Okay, fine. Tweet it at us using hashtag Drew Sucks.
And then it looks like we're more popular. Also, I want the world to know how much I suck.
Okay, but actually tweet it at us. You can put it hashtag Drew Sucks if you want to.
Okay.
Hashtag Drew Sucks.
Okay, and so what's the superpower name then? Cotton?
maybe it was called Cotton, like as it was picked up as a stray or something, and then it comes to be known as
Kitty.
Yes.
Hip cat.
No.
Katniss.
You know what we could do? Oh boy, you're gonna love this.
Okay.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
All right.
What if
I'm waiting.
Tanner, you say a hypnosis persuasion word. Drew, you say a kitty cat word, and we see what we come up with. I received dozens of letters that I have since deleted, stating how much they loved that 2 episodes ago. So,
of course, we're so popular. Now, yes, but Tanner and I did it last time.
I'm fine with.
I was hoping you would remember that.
Nate, I will never forget Thunder Lizard Arson. I almost forgot it, but I will never forget that moment.
Okay, I can do.
I'll do it with you, Nate, if you want to do the kitty word.
Oh, sorry, guys. Hold on.
What?
I was going to do the cat part, and so I searched cat words, and there's this whole article where somebody basically lists all the cat puns they know, but then what they mean also.
Uh-oh.
Like,
thanks.
For real is, it's for real, in case you weren't clear what I was saying. Possum, it's awesome. They state here that is awesome, is what that means. Meowton is a mountain. Then they really get in there.
Thank you for. I love it.
Let's see if you can decode this one. Hyperkitical.
Well, that's obviously a cat that's really amped up on catnap.
That means hypercritical. You failed.
Oh, shoot.
That was hiss-terical. That's hysterical. Which one do you want, Tanner?
I'll do the hypnosis type one.
Okay, let me think of a good word that has to do with cats.
I mean, you can use words like kitty or kitten.
I know,
or cat.
but I'm trying to go beyond kitty.
I mean, we have a record to uphold with, the pure gold that was Thunder Lizard Arson.
Yeah. That was perfect.
Tanner, take off your headphones. Drew, help me think of a word.
Wait,
no,
actually?
you can't, because it needs to be. No, it needs to be off the. Your reaction needs to be.
Do we need Drew to step in for you?
No, I will do this. Here, now Drew has sent me a word. He's trying to cheat. He's trying to help me on the sly, but I'm not going to use it.
Okay, I just sent you another thing that you might find interesting.
Okay, cool. I just want to spend so long with you.
I just love all of this.
Just trying to stretch it out.
All right, I have a word I'll use.
Okay.
Drew, are you going to count us down? And also, are we going to go on the go?
We're going to go on rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, and then you guys say it.
But not right now. Okay.
Okay, I thought you were
Okay, but
counting
3, 2,
down
1.
right then. I was like, no.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Trance.
Tomcat. I said Tomcat. You said trance.
The
Yeah.
Tomcat trance sounds like the greatest
Holy
dance ever.
Tomcat
Could that be the
trance.
name of its ability? The Tomcat trance.
Tomcat trance.
That's definitely good for that. Shit. What are the odds that we would pick T words?
Yeah, like, I'm impressed.
How does that work for the? That doesn't really work for the name as much as the ability, though. That is a
I'm not
great name for
sure
that.
because I'm not sure. A catatonic.
Oh, hey, I like. There's something there.
It could be, but like I'm not sure if catatonia is like exactly
Who cares?
what we're looking for. They lose motor skills. Ooh, but what if that's something we could work in? What if it's called catatonic and like as it's corrupting people, the longer it's doing it, they lose motor activity.
So like they're eventually in a wheelchair.
Yeah, longer they're in it, it's like killing them from the inside until like finally he abandons their body.
I'm down with that.
I mean, if we can use this to get the name in here, then hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Do we want to do that? But then again, how do we get the Tomcat trance in there? Yes, look into my eyes, look into my trance. It's my Tomcat trance. Is
There,
that
boom? You just did
You
it.
just did it. Yeah, that was really easy.
all right?
Damn, Drew.
Got it in one.
Damn, Drew Bear. At it again with the.
Back at it again.
Good
with
ideas.
the
With the Tomcat trance.
Tomcat. I like this is the second. No, wait, no. It was 2 episodes ago that we made up another dance move called the T-Rex Shuffle.
T-Rex Shuffle.
Now you don't know that that's fake. Come on.
It's gonna be a thing. Yeah. Okay. So catatonic.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a superhero name. And then people have to tweet at us to give us the god name.
Give us that god name.
Please.
Or maybe just one of these times we'll actually figure it out in a later episode or something.
Could be.
Comic book cover? First
Just
victory,
like pooping
first
in a litter
defeat.
box.
Do we have weaknesses?
I mean, there is the whole like range thing, and also
And if
the
you
thing
put a
I just
laser
made up.
pointer in front of the
Oh,
cat,
of
it's going to
course.
chase it.
has to.
Yeah.
Tries not to, but if you do it long enough, it'll do it. If it hasn't killed you by then.
Yeah.
There's the whole lack of motor skills thing.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say the catatonic symptoms after a while. Like, how long do you think it would take to like fully degrade this person?
17 years.
How about 9?
Okay.
That works too.
Longer. Why 17?
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's my reasoning.
He
So it
makes
takes-
he makes a powerful argument.
It takes years to do it.
Well, yeah, because it's going to take years to build up a
Yeah.
criminal organization.
Yeah, if it
Sure.
was just like 9 months, boy howdy, that'd be hard.
Yeah, that's like, a pregnancy.
9 years, yeah. It's basically how
Mhm.
long that fucking giraffe was pregnant.
That's accurate.
Years from now, inevitably, when people are combing through our backlog, they'll wonder, the fuck is he talking
What the
about?
hell giraffe?
I
are
mean, they
talking
might
about?
now. You know how fast society goes by things. They probably have no idea what the giraffe is right now.
Balloon Boy.
That's a throwback.
What's that song that Psy did?
Gangnam Style?
Yeah, Gangnam Style.
Oh,
Remember that,
jeez.
everybody?
Yeah, or what about
Open Gangnam Balloon Boy.
the John and Kate +8 scandal?
What?
You
Sorry,
know,
Paul
still
is
on-
dead. Paul is dead.
Oh, the Gangnam Balloon Boy.
I'm cutting
So-
all of this. Anyway,
Well, yeah, you should.
what did we have left?
weaknesses we were talking about. First evil plan. What was their defeat? Comic book cover. Stuff like that.
Well, what
what are
would
they
that
doing
comic book
now?
cover look like? You sort of dance right by it.
We could do one of two things. Like, we could fully embrace that it's a cat in this new modern age, or we could like show a scene of it when it was back in ancient Egypt.
What if we like dove headfirst into the whole like Infestra connection, and like we show the cat coming out of the tomb, and like somehow we indicate like it's not like super obvious right away, but it's like sort of an Easter egg sort of thing, if you will, where Like to the careful observer, you'll see like way in the background, there's like clearly a mess of bugs like following some person into the distance, or like.
What if it's in the background you see this shattered, opened cocoon, which we established that was what she formed up in orbit and went down.
God, Drew, I'm glad you're here to remember this stuff because sometimes I can barely remember what we did last week.
Let me level with you guys. I was a horrible student, but when it comes to remembering worthless shit like this, I'm right there for you. Boy, I'm bad at American history, but Middle Earth history, I'm a pro.
Well, that's going to come in handy. Well, but that's going to be useful.
Yeah, that you'll actually use someday.
Yeah, what if it's the cocoon and you just see it crashed and broke through a wall, and you can see the cocoon in the background in the room, but the cat is now emerging from, like, there's a broken sarcophagus and it's coming out.
It's like doing that thing that cats do where they knead surfaces for 20 minutes.
It's like stretching. It's like,
and you're like, please just get off me. Why do you have to do this here?
It just threw up on the rug instead of the hardwood floor.
Oh, what are you doing? Like, you're on your computer? I'm going to sit right here.
Aren't they just stinkers, though?
Yeah, just knocked your drink over for no reason off the coffee table. Well, in the middle of the night, and it woke you up and scared the shit out of you.
Well, Tanner, you should have, you're a homeowner. You own an apartment. You gotta.
I own an apartment.
That in the kitchen. You own an apartment. You live in an apartment.
I know. I mean, that is on me to an extent.
And I guess we gotta show its dazzling eyes.
Mm-hmm. They gotta sparkle.
It keeps closed most of the time, but in this comic book cover,
it's gonna be staring right at you, piercing through your soul.
Oh, and then it's like it's unsettling. It makes the audience think like,
yeah, it's gotta make them uncomfortable.
Maybe it's like first evil plan and first defeat was like it tried to actually take over Cairo,
and that's when it got entombed.
It failed. Oh yeah, I guess we could do that. I mean, I was thinking right after it woke up, but we definitely could talk about how it got entombed.
Yeah, I mean, like an origin story.
What if
dogs?
Yes, Anubis came forth.
Dogs versus Cats 3,
the
Egyptian
prequel
style.
What if like people didn't like this cat? Like it can only rule whoever the leader is, one person. And what if the subjects like rose up against the leader, probably killed him, and before this cat could enthrall another one, they like injured its eyes. Which is why in this article its eyes are like permanently shut until it can only open them every so often.
They threw acid on its face.
Yes.
Sure.
And it just split its personality. It had a promising career as the district attorney.
In ancient Egypt. Damn that district attorney in ancient Egypt.
Hey, don't break the nose off the Sphinx.
Well... Whoever it was did a bad job at policing that, I guess.
They did that, and that's why the DA needed to step in.
Okay, guys, no more. We all had our fun. This has been great, but we really can't have you breaking noses off of any more sphinxes.
What else?
I mean, are there any connections to Brendan Fraser?
Now, Brendan Fraser, I don't think is actually an established thing in our universe. We just like to talk about him.
Just in our hearts.
In our hearts. In everyone's heart, he is one. Mm-hmm.
Not like Bill Engvall and Tony Robbins, who are classified deities.
Of course. Where are we going to put them? Are we going to say that they are in Washington, D.C.? Or... McGruff is one of those, like... things we didn't really flesh out. We don't have a specific city for.
Yeah, well, the U.S. I think is enough.
Yeah, somewhere along the East Coast, I thought, because they had to be close enough to Bushido Sobo that she could
true.
Travel there on the weekends or something.
And I guess that means Derek is there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so somewhere East Coast. I guess that makes sense if you're coming over from Egypt.
And I think it should be literally the only people onto them are the Watchdogs, and that's it. Like no one else thinks anything of them.
So it's only the Watchdogs fighting this thing, like foiling, but
other than just general police against like the
what is this cat
crimes?
What is this cat doing? Is it just like building up henchmen around it, or what's it doing?
Yeah.
Okay, to achieve what? I guess I'm confused about
world domination. I think they're just power hungry.
Maybe they're just like they're trying to usher back in the reign of cats. So like maybe they're like building up this big organization and they're like adopting cats to like.
Yeah.
But like then making them super smart or like giving them some sort of ability so that they can
the whole organization could be cat worshippers. That might get too specific, but then I started picturing like henchmen wearing cat costumes with like claws on their hands and stuff.
Okay. I just wanted to. I think we probably talked about that before. I just wanted to nail that down. So it's just Mech Gruff and the Watchdogs trying to foil it wherever it can, because every time they try and talk to the police force about it, they get ignored. Now, do they let Derek in on it?
Remind me of how they're connected.
What was that?
Remind me of how they're connected. I don't remember.
Derek, as of last episode,
Yeah.
the one
which
that
we recorded 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
so,
it is. They teamed up to. No, it was 2 episodes ago. They teamed up to fight Thunder Lizard Arson, Teen Rex, to stop the Dino Bomb. I really should I want to invest in one giant cork board and hang it up. Do one of those
the strings
police connections
That'd be tight.
That'd be so cool. I would also look like a crazy person if anyone were to visit me.
Drew, what the hell is this? This is the universe I created.
This is mine.
This is a robot dog who talks to this bug woman. Huh? What? Drew, are you okay?
Okay, Drew, let's get your things. Let's go. All right, yeah. What should we flesh out exactly more, or what do you guys think we need to do?
What would be nice? It would actually be kind of interesting. We've done a lot of first victories, first defeats.
Yeah.
But we always do that. What was the villain's first defeat? Can we do what is the villain's first victory? I want to see a villain win, because it's not fun if the villain always loses.
Okay.
Could we
always
do
loses.
that? Maybe it doesn't have to be. In order for them to win, they would have to take over a town.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be a huge one. Maybe they manage to take over a small town. It's just a small victory, but it's a base of operations, a small town. And
it start from there.
Or a neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be just a neighborhood in a bigger city, and it could be the same city that the Watchdogs are rolling around in.
So they just have a neighborhood on lock where they're don't go in there. That's Cat Town.
It's like in Judge Dredd.
They dub it Catmandu.
Well, at least one of us is laughing. Just kidding. That was pretty good.
I tried not to. I did.
Yeah, so it lands. Did we want to just say a city, a real world city?
Yeah.
The only really East Coast thing that we have is Myrtle Beach being where Bushido Sobo is. Charleston is close, and so is Wilmington.
We got Charleston, we got Raleigh, we got Wilmington. Are we sure that Bushido Sobo wasn't from New York?
We flip-flopped on it because we were like, should we move them to a bigger city?
You guys decided she was in New York.
Well, okay. What about Philadelphia?
Okay.
Lands in Philly?
Sure.
Yeah, Philly's fine. Lands in Philly, takes over Philly.
Part of Philly, right? Like a neighborhood in Philly?
Yeah.
Okay. So what does that look like? What does a neighborhood taken over by Catatonic look like?
There's scratching posts
Probably
on every corner.
I think it'd be cool if it just kind of gets a mobster feel to it. I don't know, people are roaming the streets and I don't know. What does it look like?
I like that there would be cats. I mean, cats obviously everywhere, but strategically placed so that you'd be walking along, but you wouldn't necessarily notice it. But if you look up, on every rooftop is a cat surveying and watching, so that the minute you do some shit, it runs off and communicates this information.
I didn't even think about that type of stuff. Yeah, the cats are, oh wow, that's awesome.
Gets a big brother, big tomcat feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
With that tomcat trance.
Mm-hmm. You walk down an alley and then, oh shit, what the hell is that? Oh my god, it's the tiger that went missing from the Philadelphia Zoo.
Oh god.
So cats just take over. Is this gang leader? This human that the cat takes over. Does it get humans or is it just cats working under it?
Both.
So what kind of people would that attract?
Bad guys.
Yeah, maybe it's a thing where they can the cat can rig up such schemes that it can basically pay people super well. So it's don't ask questions about the cats and you'll get paid. And they're like, whatever.
Yeah,
they're basically
exactly
mobsters for hire.
It takes all of these criminals and creates a huge organized crime kind of thing. Yeah. Do we think we're done?
Yeah.
I think we're done.
All right. So this has been issue number 17 of Headline Heroes, featuring our new supervillain, Catatonic. We, as always, want to take this time to thank Brett Jacobson for creating the art for our show, as well as Carl Sorensen, who created all the music for this show. Carl's website is carljsorensen.com. Give that a look sometime. If you had any articles you'd like to see us discuss, you can email them to us at headlineheroescast@gmail.com, or you could definitely tweet them at us at headline_heroes. If you're listening to this on iTunes or Apple Podcasts or whatever, or some way that can give us a review, do that. That'd be great. Give us a ranking review and also hit that subscribe button. We would really appreciate that. Yeah, so thank you for joining us, and we hope you'll pick up the next issue of Headline Heroes.